Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you how to tram a G0704. But basically this is a different ways how you can tram any CNC that is a column base. I have seen a lot of videos on YouTube showing you how to tram other type of CNCs, but the problem is that they have been too big or too small. And I have not seen one about the column. And my CNC had two issues. First of all, it was nodding. What it means is that the spindle actually was coming down in front. So it was making my parts a little bit bow. Also, my CNC was tilted to the right. So I'm going to show you different methods how to tram it. But before we do that, I want to show you a couple tools. There are many squares, different sizes. I have a set that it has from basically this size to 6 inches. And lately I got one that is about 12 inches. And the way that it will help us is basically we're going to position this so that way we can tram and figure out different ways. We need to put it on the X and the Y, and I'll show you in the machine in just shortly. But it's important that you have one so that way it can help you. These ones are special because they are a machinist squares. And I'll show you because we need to also square the square. That's a term that I actually learned doing all of this. The other thing that I wanted to show you is some of the, I guess, inspections tools. This one is called a dial indicator. And this brand is called Mitutoyo. Yeah, Mitutoyo. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but I wouldn't mind if these guys sponsor me because their brand is just pretty good. They're a bit pricey, but let me tell you what is this thing. So you can hold it. It has a little bit some dovetails, and it has different ways for you to mount it. I also have a magnetic little device, and I'll show you shortly when we are in the garage. But basically, the important thing of this is that this device, it measures, look at this, 0.001 of an inch. You will hear people saying 1,000 of an inch, and sometimes they call it 1 thou. And yes, you hear it right. If you divide 1 inch, 1,000 pieces, each little line, that's what it represents the movement of this. They are very high calibrated, and the tool is just amazing. I really enjoying this type of device for precision. I also have this little one, and the reason why you're gonna notice is this one is more sensitive. Look at just barely touching it, and it moves a lot, right? So this one is 0.0005. What it means is that basically it's a half of a thou. So if you remember, I just explained you that is 1,000 of an inch. This one is 0.005. And basically what happens is that it has this little dial because it can help you to zero it out, and it will allow you to move it around. They always feel very, very good. So when you're installing it or position it, you're indicating a part to be able to see if you're precise or not. And depending on the movement, you will be able to see for the tolerance. For example, this is an actuator, and the tolerance that this thing has to have is basically a 0.005 because it's going to rotate, and it's important to keep the tolerance. By the way, that actuator is from my actuator, so they were sponsoring the channel, so take a look on their page. The other thing is this is another one. The difference is that this one is going to help us to tram the vise, and I'll show you how. But this is basically a different way, and they call them buttons. So it also moves, but also it's 1,000 of an inch. So let's get to the garage. Okay, so we're going to put the square, and the first thing that you're going to try to do is to see across the spindle. You can just put it on close to the spindle. You can get a light like the way that I'm doing it, and you can see a little bit how much of a space. This is not accurate at all, but it will allow you to see kind of eyeball it at this point. So right now I'm putting the dovetail on the collet. This is an ER22 collet, and I'm installing it so that way it kind of help us. I was trying to figure out different ways of mounting the indicator. So That's one way. The way that I did it is basically using other device. So, but first of all, let's turn on the device. You need to make sure that you're using another square to try to position it, but do not roast it, because in my case, I couldn't tram it for a while because my table is crooked. So the other thing that you can use is this magnetic base. In this case, I'll show you how I'm doing it, but first, this magnetic, you twist it and it actually will position it. So I mounted it under the column. So you're gonna have to tap around. Try to make sure that you're tapping on the cast iron. You're gonna have to do it for the head and as well for the column. In my case, I have also those screws that I'm gonna have to keep it a little bit light, so that way I don't move it too much, and as well on the column, like I said. So once that you do that, you will be able to play around. This is a very tedious process. Just to give you an idea, it took me an hour and a half. Just back and forth, because sometimes I will tap more and sometimes I will tap less. I also have this torque wrench to help me to apply the proper torque on the screws, because in some point you're gonna have to put a shim like I'm showing over there in here. I have a little shim that allow me just to see that it is, and if you notice now it's very well trammed. So this is basically is gonna help me to move it around, and now we can do a small test, and it's looking very good. This is my square that is about 12 inches, and now we're gonna try to tram it at the X position. I zero it out, and it's moving about 2 thous, which is not bad for this type of a machine. But I play a little bit more just to try to get it closer to 1 thou. Anyways, the next tool that we're gonna use is basically this tramming tool, and it's very similar to what I just explained you, but it will allow us to see in a range of 6 inches if it's still tilted right or left. So, and again, the same process. I don't need to bore you with showing you one or the other one, but I wanted just to show you the different type of tools that allow me to tram it. And again, if you can hear, I'm tapping right in the column. After you do that, then in my case I need to tram also the vise, and here's where I'm gonna use the Starrett indicator too, and it has the button, and you'll see how or why I like it. So right now I'm just checking I have enough distance, and then I put it on the side, and then I'm gonna screw the 2 bolts, but the left side I'm gonna tighten it a little bit more than the right side. It will allow me to tap it on the right side. So every time that it's moving, if it's moving with this controller, with the MPG controller, if it's moving 4 lines, you divide those and you start tapping it, so in that way you can see that it moves. In this case, it is about kind of almost 4 lines. It's kind of hard to see, but then I'm tapping it. Once that you do that, you will be able to see, like I'm just showing you, after I tap it, it's just right on the money. It doesn't even move even 1 thou. And again, I think that I'm doing it again. It's maybe a 1/5. It's probably a half of a thou. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have better ways to do this. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching.